96 years young. That's how old iWin's oldest member is. And we're going to talk to her live this coming week. Now, the video will be live on Facebook, not today, but a week from today, on Thursday night into Friday early morning. It will go live roughly around 12:30 Eastern time, Friday morning, Thursday night. For those who are going to be in the West Coast enjoying the National Sweepstakes Convention, that will be roughly about 9:30. The reason for the rough estimate of time is that's the start of the 2023 National Sweepstakes Convention, which is held, it's in Scottsdale, but it's technically Paradise City, Arizona. Now, we were just there a couple years ago and had a fantastic time. The resort is probably my favorite resort of the 10 or 11 National Sweepstakes conventions I've been to. And yours truly gets to MC again. So I'm thrilled about that, and I can't wait to see and meet so many of you there. But what I want to talk to you about is a couple events that, for you at home, you'll be able to take part in. One, like I just mentioned, is Harriet Brown. Harriet Brown is one of the most intriguing people by far that I've ever met in this hobby. And I fortunately have one of the books that she wrote, The Winning Road. And this is one of the only copies in existence. So we're going to talk to her about that book, and we're going to read some of her philosophies and thoughts and compare those to mine. Surprisingly, we are on the same page on so many things, even years later. And the things that she wrote about and talked about 40, 50 years ago in sweepstakes still exist today and are ways that I believe and I enter. You know, one of the things that she would talk about, now granted, remember back then when she originally started entering, was everything was by mail. Nothing was electronic, where it's the opposite now. Most everything's electronic, and very few times are you mailing off entries. But she would say, I didn't just mail off a letter today, I mailed off a dream. And isn't that so true that when we enter, when we click that button, it's a dream. It's a dream that we might win that grand prize, that trip, $10,000, a new car. And so many of us have had multiple of those dreams come true. I mean, I'm at 80 some trips and still counting, slowly creeping my way to that 100. And every time it still is just a dream. But she also wrote the Jolly Stenographers. This was her club that she had, and she included all kinds of little excerpts and things, and she used to actually help out a newsletter and write. And I'm reading some of this stuff, and it's fantastic. I finally have had some time to really sit down and dive down into it, so I'll definitely be done with it by the time we talk to her next Thursday. But I wanted to read you just one little piece, and she's talked about making your own luck. And I know some of you guys out there have vision boards and do manifesting and all kinds of stuff like that. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But Harriet, like myself, believes you make your own luck. The harder you work, the luckier you get. In sweepstakes, luck plays just a small part in the people who are very successful. So she says, when I tell you that in 1982, I won 74 prizes, including 3 affidavits received on the last day of the year. And many of you may be thinking, boy, is she lucky? Well, let me tell you something very important. I believe we all have it in our power to make our own luck. Let me explain the various ways I help Lady Luck find my mailbox. Today, your inbox. And she goes on to talk about the things that she does to prepare, reading all the information she can, going out and looking for sweeps, subscribing to her newsletters, reading them from cover to cover, going on, actually when she got the newsletter, she would do it as soon as she got it. It's just the same thing nowadays, but now everything's online, so you want to log in every day and look at new sweeps. But we're going to talk to her all about that. But it's so interesting. The other thing that we're doing next week is an I Win Live with an audience. We did this a couple years ago, and so we'll have a live audience that can ask questions, but also you guys will be able to watch and ask questions as well. This will also go live on our Facebook page, and then it'll be up on YouTube for replay. It will be Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Now that will be more of a hard start time. So 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. in Arizona, Pacific time if you're joining us out there. We're also going to have all kinds of fun and games on social media, not only for members, but non-members, people at the convention, and people at home. Plus, I'll be giving you live updates as always. So I hope you join. I hope you really enjoy these sweepstakes updates. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, and I will see you next week from Arizona. Talk to you soon.